Hello, folks. We're live on Stout Sunday. We're running a little late because I had to set it up. Johnny Neely's off his extravaganza, and so I went to 8 o'clock mass, and the church it didn't end until 9, so it kind of put me back. I had to do a solo review. Okay, well, we're here on Stout Sunday. I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Beer Reviews. Michael Komaroff, the Stout King, is in Brooklyn, New York City, New York.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. And Whiskey Scout is in Kansas. BC's Beer Reviews. Oh, BC's Beer Reviews. I'll tell y'all one thing about BC. Regardless of if it's in a bottle or a can, he'll review it. I'm not sure. But enough of this jibber jabber. Now, BC's Beer Reviews is in Michigan. And Jean-Pierre, the beverage ramble, who's addicted to his phone. But it's a sickness. It's an illness. But he's in Georgia. He laughs about it.
Hey.
But Jean-Pierre, the joke is on you. The joke's on you. All right, anyway. Now, you know how advanced the phone technology is now? Jean wakes up in the morning and just thinks to himself. He thinks, I'd like to try a fruit-flavored beer. He gets on his phone, and it's listing all kind of fruit-flavored beers.
Yep.
Very. Now, Now, I am here with this fancy shirt that was given to me by David Garlapede.
Okay. Comfortable. Looks all right. Comfortable.
Somebody wanted me to wear my daishiki shirt, but it's too chilly for that. That's a summertime shirt. Now.
I like that shirt when you do those reviews where they say, what's Jay wearing? I say, hey, Jay, I like Jay's style. Jay can mix it up.
Yeah. And I bought that shirt in 1985 at a yard sale for 50 cents. And I got a lot of mileage out of that shirt. Okay. But anyway, here is a beer I bought at Trader Joe's, and it's half price. They had it on closeout. It's normally $7.98 for this 22-ounce bottle, but they had it for $3.99. I said, if I'm going to buy it, I'm going to buy it. Now, it's called tiramisu, and they're making the word look like icing. It's like icing.
I think I may have seen that beer at Trader Joe's.
That makes sense.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's 8%. It's 8% alcohol. It's from this company, Campanology Brewing of Waunakee, Wisconsin. And it is a stout with vanilla and cocoa added. It contains lactose, so that's telling me they're using milk chocolate. So they're using milk chocolate and vanilla. Now I'm going to pour it. I already did a solo review, so it is 8%, and it's a big bottle. So if I say bad things, you can't blame me because it's the beer's fault. Now, ooh, not much of a head of foam, but it's brown, decent enough. All right, so that's what that one looks like. And I would show you a website, but there's one little problem. There is no website. There is a website for the company that brews it, but they don't list the brands. All the company says is stuff like, we do a lot of contract brewing, and if you want us to brew a beer, contact us, and we can do a portfolio for you. And it's that kind of stuff. It's not going to show you brands or whatnot. But anyway, so Michael's going to show us his product.
Okay. So it comes from a 12-pack that comes out every fall from Harpoon Brewing, and they're in Boston and in Vermont. And this is their Harpoon Duncan Midnight. It's a porter brewed with Duncan coffee, 6%. And I have already poured it. There it is in the glass. If you can see, very dark brown. Kind of a foamy, slim head. Jay is giving you the details on the website. Jay, if you want to read it, you can.
Okay. Now, Duncan Midnight. The beer that started it all just got even better. This riff on our classic Duncan coffee porter is brewed with Duncan's new Midnight roast coffee. And I have to admit, Dunkin' Donuts does have good coffee. With some extra roasty aromatics, dark chocolate notes, and an espresso-like finish. Available only in the Dunkin' Dozen mix pack. 6% alcohol. Appearance, jet black with a beige shed. Aroma, fresh brewed Dunkin' Midnight roast, dark chocolate, caramel. Medium-bodied mouthfeel. well, really, body and mouthfeel is not the same thing. Body is how heavy or light it is. Mouthfeel is how it feels in your mouth, but we'll let that pass. Chocolate-covered espresso beans, toffee, raisins, and molasses are in the flavor, and the finish is bittersweet with a touch of roast. Now, I'll tell you what a lot of these stores do. I know they do it in Louisiana. They'll buy these variety packs, and what do, Michael? They bust them up. The stores bust open. No, they bust open the variety pack and sell the beers as singles, which is really going against what they were. Sort of like violating the purchase agreement, but they do it. I see it happen.
Jay, I was saying to you before we came on the official live version that I can't understand why Louisiana cannot at least obtain this in the fall. They don't have to get their whole line or anything. Just get this, sell it as a 12-pack, and see how it goes again. Because I know you said they've had some of the Harpoon beers in the past. Give it a shot. If it does well, great. And if it doesn't, then you just don't do it again. But
we used to get a superb lineup of Harpoon beers. We used to get their IPA. We used to get their flannel, the fall brown beer. We got the whole UFO, unfiltered wheat beers. But then about 4 years ago, it started to just fade. And 2 years ago, we got the Duncan Pumpkin. But just nothing. We get no shipyard beers except for Pumpkinhead. Well, I like Pumpkinhead. It's fine. But, I'm kind of tired of Pumpkinhead. I would like to, I don't know. I don't want to start ranting and raving, but anyway.
I got you.
You want to go to Robert?
You go to Robert and let him tell you what he's got.
I can't do a screen share because there is no website listing, but we talked about that off air.
Yep. What I have is from Fields and Ivy Brewing Company in Lawrence, Kansas. It's called the Czar Napoleon. It is a Russian Imperial Stout aged in French cognac barrels.
Oh, that's nice.
With Madagascar vanilla. I had to remember that. It's 10.9% ABV. It's 48 IBUs. There is no date on the glass that I can find. I do know that this is part of like a special bottling. They don't. So I think that's why it doesn't show up on their website. Plus, I don't think they update their website all that much. If you want to know, honest to God,
I know a lot of companies.
Yeah, I've only seen this in Kansas City, locally here in Wichita, Kansas. If it's been here, it was sold out before I saw it, but I've never seen it here personally. I'm looking forward to it. It was $10.99 for the bottle, though. It was not cheap for a 1 pint, 9 fluid ounce bottle. But I like Fields and Ivy's beers, and I think they make their whole lineup. I don't think I've had one that I can say is bad at all. I mean, they've always been really good in what they produce.
So you got the 700. That's 750 milliliters, right?
No, it's a 1 pint, 9 fluid ounce. It's not 750 mils.
Oh wait, 1 pint is 16 ounces. If you add 9, 25, right?
So 16.9 ounces. It's 16 plus 0.
Oh! I'm sorry. Yeah. Mental breakdown. 500 milliliters. Sorry, 500 milliliters. Okay. Sorry.
Anyway, that's what I got this morning.
Okay. You cannot make mistakes, y'all. All right. That was John.
No, BC's turn.
Oh, it's BC. Oh, that's right. I thought you came first, but I'll lose track. Now to Michigan.
Well, I got a Mcguire's Draft Stout. It's brewed by the Waukene State of Brewing Company out of Waukene, Wisconsin. It's got a 4.2 ABV. And I really couldn't find much about this. It's like contracted out. So ended up picking it up from Aldi's. So really can't give you much about it other than that until we start getting into the actual review. So, which is a shame.
Hey, you know what? It's funny, BC, because you and I have stouts from the same company today.
Yeah.
So, and that company uses all kind of alias. What they do is they use a bunch of alias names. but it's really Octopi Brewing. But if you read the United States government documents, you're allowed to use an alias name as long as it's registered. As long as it's registered with the government as an alias name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know I've done a few other beers by this company, and I've noticed that the two names were like connected. So, yeah, like going
it's
up
a
something with that.
it's a shell game. It's a shell game. It's a shell game. But it's legal.
Oh.
It's legal. It may not be ethical, but it's legal. All right, now
Jim Smith Brewing, or something like
Bando
that.
I was
Brewing.
on. Let me tell you. Here, look. I was on the phone with Sazerac last year, and the guy told me, he said, we got like 1,200 aliases. He had to laugh himself.
Man, I tell you. But hey, as long as it's about pushing the products out, folks don't care as long as you sell all the good stuff. But yeah. So I'm drinking Partners in Crime by Wild Leap Brewing Company in LaGrange, Georgia. Partners in, excuse me, take that back. Start over. Partners in Crema, which is an imperial stout from Wild Leap Brewing Company. It's a coffee stout with coca and coconut nibs. I'm using coffee from a coffee shop called Fountain City Coffee in Columbus, Georgia, which is interesting because when you cross over the Chattahoochee River, how you pronounce it, you're in Phoenix City, Alabama, and then boom, you're in Columbus, Georgia. So that's interesting how it works. So I went to Columbus, Georgia. The town's not that bad. Downtown, I was visiting a friend of mine's last year back in around March. And we went around there and had some pizza, just getting to know each other, and cool town. So I might make another visit up there again. So, but anyway, this is the stout I'm putting. This is an imperial stout at 10% ABV, 35 IBUs. So I've already taken a sip of this. Very nice color. Definitely, I've already sipped a little bit of it. Definitely get that cocoa vibe and the coconut flavor in this. So I will give you more description coming up.
I'm looking at that. I'm showing a screen share. It says Imperial Stout with toasted coconut, cocoa nibs, and coffee from our friends at Fountain City Coffee in Columbus, like you talked about. Now, back when John and Neely first started watching my channel, he lived in Columbus, Georgia, across the river from Alabama, and then he moved to
Noonan,
and now he's. You know what? John and Neely liked. I'll tell you the story. Really, what happened? John and Neely liked Harpoon beer so much that he moved to New England so he could be close to it. And that's dedication to. That's dedication to beer. When you like Harpoon and Shipyard so much, you move there to be close to the brewery, and I really do respect that. Now,
And I told him that when I do come visit, and if I make my way, let's say I'm in Jersey, I may take the train or up to Massachusetts, say, hey, we're going to stop at some breweries or something. A one-day visit. It's only like, 3-hour drive from New Jersey to Massachusetts, I think. Like 2 hours, I think.
Yeah. Oh, well,
John, if you go about 100, you can do it that fast, but that's okay. It's about 5 hours.
There's a little problem. Yeah, there's a little problem with, I made that mistake too, Jean. I was looking at a map. And I said, "Oh yeah, I can drive to the ball game in Boston, Massachusetts. I'll get there so early, I'll have to find something to do." Man, I started driving through New York and New England. I was running into the ballpark when they were getting ready to make the first pitch. I said, "Oh yeah, you drive to this congested part of America, you ain't going anywhere quick."
Yeah.
Connecticut,
Rhode Island.
It doesn't matter if you're on the interstate or just driving on the old highway. You're going to catch every red light. And if you're on the interstate, you're going to be sitting in traffic. All right. Now, but thankfully, I did make the game in time. And I did get an awesome deal on the Red Sox tickets from the Red Sox. I didn't buy it on the black market either. Hello. Good morning.
In the show the movie called The Town, the Cathedral of Boston. Fenway Park.
Yeah, I've been there twice. The first time it was a dump. 10 years later, they had really done a good job fixing it up. All right. Let me calm down. I'm getting too excited. Okay. I like traveling, y'all, but I haven't done it too much lately for obvious reasons. But I did go to New York City. What am I talking about? In July. Okay. This beer, man, this beer is very vanilla, cocoa, and malt in the nose. I mean, it's just what it says on the label. It's chocolate, chocolate, vanilla, and roasted malt. And I think they use a milk chocolate. So cheers, y'all.
Cheers, Jay.
Cheers.
Now the nose isn't that aromatic. I'm gonna be honest. It's not a whole lot on the nose. You smell it, it's like, ain't much happening. But when you taste it, that's when the fireworks go off. It's like skyrockets in flight. It's like an afternoon delight. Well, it's not as good as an afternoon delight, but it's pretty good. If they knew what that song was about, they would have banned it from the radio, I think.
Just like John Denver, Rocky Mountain High, right?
They would have banned a lot of songs from the radio if they thought about what it was about. So somebody got some reverb going on.
ZZ Top's Pearl Necklace.
Yes.
We wanna avoid those type of topics. All right. And I'm surprised that ZZ Top would make such content because I know those guys were wholesome, down to earth, beer drinkers and hellraisers.
Yeah. They got a few more songs.
Beer drinkers and hellraisers. All right, now that's what we are. We're just like ZZ Top. We're like zigzag and top wrapping paper. All right, rolling papers. Zigzag and top rolling paper. All right. Enough kidding around. I'm glad it's only 8% and it's not affecting me in any way. It's dark roasted, but it's not burnt. And the body's only medium. It's not a heavy body. There's a little velvetiness in the mouthfeel. You get vanilla, cocoa, which means milk chocolate, and the dark roasted malt. The sweetness level is high. After all, it's a pastry stout. It's meant to taste like a dessert product. The bitterness level is very low. And I mean, who eats pastries and encounters bitterness? Well, you know who, nobody. The finish is medium dry. It's a dynamite product. I mean, to go to Trader Joe's and get this big bottle, 22-ounce bottle for $3.98. I'm sorry, $3.99. I can't complain. I mean, really, probably the only time in my life I'll ever see it. But oh, excuse me, carbonation. Yeah, it's a winner. This is a real winner, I have to say. And really, it put an idea in my mind that we ought to do a Wednesday night hangout, and the theme could be contract brewed beers, because I think contract brewing is a really an important part of the industry, and we've never addressed that. And a lot of people do it, and you don't know about it. But apparently, Anheuser-Busch refuses to do contract brewing, but they might have started relenting on that because of the money that was involved. And you know, Anheuser-Busch InBev is money does not take the back seat. All right, so this one is a winner. I'm going to give a high score, you can imagine. Now, Michael Kumroff is going to do his very interesting Harpoon.
Okay, anyway, to reiterate, there's your Harpoon Duncan Midnight, 6%. It's a limited release coffee porter brewed with Duncan coffee. And the brewery they do have is in Windsor, Vermont. There's one in Boston as well. Okay, so I've been sipping on it, as you can see, and the head has declined to just a slim tan kind of head. If you shake it up, it does reverberate a little bit or come back a little bit, but it's still not It doesn't increase in size. It's still very slim and good lacing, and the head does come back, but still slim. Let's get a nose on it. You can smell the coffee, and I think that's the main thing that you smell from the nose. Maybe a dark roasted malt in the background, but it's kind of like the coffee and the dark roasted malt are together in the smell anyway. Cheers, everybody. Let's give it a shot.
Cheers, Michael.
Okay.
Cheers.
Okay, so it's mostly coffee, but Dunkin' Donuts does have good coffee, and as a result, it does make it the brew very good. Medium bodied. It's a porter. It's not a stout. Let's see if I'm getting anything else. Getting the dark roasted malt and the taste as well. I guess I've always been somebody who does like coffee in beer. So anybody who likes the flavor of coffee and also likes beer should be willing to try pretty much any coffee porter or any coffee stout, because they, generally speaking, most companies do a pretty good job with it, and Harpoon is no exception. I try to buy the 12-pack assortment every year, and in New York we do have access to it, so that's a positive thing. The finish is dry, 6%, so it's just a little bit above being session, but it's certainly something that if you wanted to have a couple, you would have no problem with it. I think it's really good, and I'll come back and give you a number when we come back around again.
Okay. And you know I'm jealous.
Okay. Well, I want to say something to the guy in the chat, E. Gordon. He's from Wichita, Kansas. So I live up in Newton, north of you. So just say hi. Thank you for being on.
Hello.
Hello there.
Nice to see somebody local, even though I don't exactly know who you are. But still.
Right.
Yeah. I already poured it. It poured with a one finger chocolate, like a closed cell phone head. It was since has died down. I think I could probably regenerate it. Oh, well, I shouldn't try that. It's too full. The bottle, when I opened it, was unique. It was filled clear to the top. I mean, the very top. There wasn't an 1/8 inch of air in between the bottle cap and probably the product. I'd never seen one that completely full before. So that was unusual for me to something I noticed. All right. Nose on this one. You get the cognac barrels up front. The cognac barrels are the first thing you notice. And they are sweet, great nuttiness. You do get some wood effect from the barrel itself, some oak wood tannins. And it's almost as if, for a Russian Imperial Stout, I expected a big, bold hit of dark roasted malts right off the bat. And even though they're not, the cognac barrel is completely overwhelming this. I mean, it's the most completely noticeable feature on all this. And not that it smells bad. I mean, cognac smells good.
Yeah, it's just a noticeable feature.
Mm-hmm.
I've all these years I always thought bourbon barrels or things like that, but cognac, stored in cognac barrels, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, I've seen bourbon whiskey and Fancy Frele and did it up in Washington D.C. with those. I cannot think of the name of that company now. But anyway, she had done bourbon that she had aged in cognac barrels, and it turned out very well as well. Armagnac and cognac. I think it was mostly Armagnac, but some of it was in cognac as well. And that was, I can't believe I can't think. I've had 2 bottles of that whiskey, and I can see the label plain as day, but I cannot think of the name of it. I can think of the.
Well, I'm glad that I'm not the only one that has these problems.
Well, I've had too much.
Me too.
Okay, I'm going to dig in because that's mainly everything that I'm getting on the nose. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Robert.
Cheers. Enjoy it.
Ooh. Mm. Oh, drink's much different. The roasted malts really show up.
Wow.
Where you don't get them on the nose. That first hit is nice, toasty, roasty malts. I mean, this is good. I didn't expect it to be this good after the nose. Okay. We're getting the cognac is there. The cognac, the sweetness in that cognac nose is now working with the bitterness of the roasted malts. They're working very well. They're working hand in hand. They're going down the palate together very well. The vanilla, it's there, not overtly prominent. Still getting all those barrel effect notes, a little nuttiness, a little almond, a little chocolate. That wood, that oak wood tannins is still there. The vanilla's becoming more prominent as it sits for a little bit in my mouth, and as it goes down, and as it just the aftertaste and the finish is just, it's really, the vanilla slowly starts to show up more and more. It still has that grapey note to it, though. There's still a light grapey cognac note to it, and this is all working hand in hand. This is very good. I was surprised. I am surprised because the nose makes me think it's going to be totally one side, one direction. This is not that way.
What's the name again?
Czar Napoleon.
That's what I'm going to put it in my banners. Napoleon.
Yeah, Czar Napoleon.
10.9%.
ABV. Guys, this is good. The bitterness and the sweetness offset each other real well. There's a balance there. Maybe still ever so slightly skewed, just slightly more bitter, but that's fine. I love it. That's where I'd honestly want a Russian Imperial Stout to still remain on the bitter side somewhere, because that's just how it's designed. It should be something you're experiencing with it. And it's ticking that box very well. Wow. I'm going to have to think on this a little bit, let it warm up, but I'm really impressed. Last couple of beers I've had from Fields and Ivy have been very, very, very good beers. I mean, very good. The last one, the Spoiled Rich one, I gave a 99 to. Well, there's only one way to go from there. Anyway, I'll let it go.
I take exception. The only ivy I'll take exception to is poison ivy and poison oak.
Yeah, I don't care for those either. Shit. The poison sumac don't bother me, but poison ivy and poison oak does.
I'll tell you something funny real quick.
Go ahead.
And then we're going to BC. I'm trying. Then we're going to BC. My friend David and I, we went on this trail by the Mississippi River. He called me on the phone, come hiking with me. Hiking means walking down a trail. So we're walking, and I said, there was a tree that fell on and blocked the trail. And had all this ivy over it. I said, whoa. Stop. I said, that's poison oak. I'm not going over that tree. He says, yeah, you're weak. everything about you is weakness. He said, just climb over it. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll let you climb over it. I'll go back to the left and go around and get back on the trail down the river, up the river. So then he climbs over it, right? So then a week later, he comes to my house. Man, I got chamomile lotion all over my legs and my eye. I got my eyes swollen up and itching. I said, oh yeah, but I was weak. But you had to climb over that poison oak. I said, okay. Sometimes when you man up, it doesn't work out. He admitted, yeah, I was stupid to do that. It's kind of funny. I was like, no way, Daddy-O.
Well, hey guys. Well, got the Mcguire's beer. Well, getting it.
What's the ABV again?
4.2.
Okay, just like Murphy.
Yeah, I couldn't find the IBUs on it either, so getting that dark roast
low,
malt.
BC.
Huh?
I'm sure they're low.
Yeah. When I initially poured this, I ended up getting about just a little bit over a figure's worth of head on here. It was a dark cakey head. I'm getting a coffee smell off of this. Smells like it's getting maybe a little bit of caramel nibs. Definitely the dark roasted malts. Basically all I'm getting off of it. So jet black, can't even see through it. I guess this is a seasonal beer that I get through all these, so I only see it about this time of year anyways. So well, ain't bad from what I remember the last time, so of the jibber jibbers, let's see how this bad boy tastes. It's nice. It's kind of thin on the mouth. I was expecting it to be a little bit more like thick on the tongue as far as mouthfeel goes. It's kind of like light to medium body type of deal. Definitely getting the malts off of that and the coffee from it. Yeah, not getting that much of the caramel either. If it's there, I can barely taste it. Basically, all I'm getting off of it. So, I mean, it's a decent beer considering where. So,
Does it have a good price?
yeah, I think if I remember right, I think it was $6.99 a 6-pack. So,
Oh yeah,
ain't bad.
oh yeah. Can't complain about that.
No, yeah, I don't mind doing these beers from all these. They're really reasonably priced or good priced. So, enjoy doing them.
I would do them all. If they would have actually built an Aldi's in my town.
Yeah, they should.
Said,
we got a distribution center here and coming up in Mobile area. Excuse me.
2 years ago, they said in the newspaper they were going to build an Aldi's in my town. They were going to build an Aldi's in Marrero, which is across the river from New Orleans, and all of this. And I kept saying, and they named where they bought the land, so I kept going by the land. And I said, ain't nothing happening over there. And then I said, it's still empty. And then the hurricane hit. Once the hurricane hit Ida, I never heard about the Aldi's again. I guess Aldi's said, oh, no, we don't want to go there. They got a hurricane. So I was about to run over there and buy, everything they had and review it. Why not? But anyway,
little side note.
On a side note, what?
Oh, I know a guy over in the UK, and they got, obviously Aldi's over there, but from what they were saying, that their beer selection is a lot wider over there than it is over here. And their wine selection's a lot wider over here than it is over there. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
What say the last part again, BC?
They've got more of a beer selection over there in Europe, and we've got more of a wine selection over here.
That's true. Yes, all these I've been to, their wine selection is a lot, very in depth.
Yeah.
Than their beer
Talking
selection.
about wine, talking about wine, Jean-Pierre knows about me and my little Dollar General hookup.
Yes. Spring Creek. Yes. And the Dollar Generals here do not sell alcohol. So, but thankfully, but thankfully Aldi's and Lidl are there, and I do get wines from there from time to time, and they're reasonably priced. I
went to Dollar General recently, and I can make a movie called "I Got the Hookup," because it wouldn't be about cell phones. I got the hookup at Dollar General with 2 different wines. I got 2 different wines, and it's sold under this little crazy name. But when you start researching it, you find out, oh, isn't that special? It's E&J Gallo. Well, what do you know?
Yeah. Good old Gallo.
Old Gallo.
Good old the jug.
Okay, back to my thing. Nancy Fraley, that was I had to look it up. That was Joseph Magnus bourbon that she had finished those bourbons with Armagnac and cognac barrels. The cigar malt's tremendously good. It's tremendously expensive, but it's tremendously good. So,
yes.
Anyway, and you can go back and look. If you're really that interested in anybody watching this, I have a review on that. But it's right up there with one of the best bourbons I think I've ever had. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. I just wanted to expound upon what I could not remember.
Don't feel bad. I go through the same thing. Talking about bourbon, I was at a local store Friday, and all these cases of Blanton's, Weller, and Blanton's, Weller. What's the third one? Came in. They came into the store. I was like, it's about to get crazy. Blanton's, Weller, and Eagle Rare. It's about to get crazy. Well, look, don't worry. None of those bottles are still in the store. Those things sold out before that store closed that night. People go crazy for these products. Then I overheard the store manager talking about, hey, we got a couple of bottles of these bourbons. It's $700 a bottle. I said, ooh. I said, I won't be buying that one.
Why not? You made a money, Ron. Come on, man.
I might be made them, but I'm not trying to get pivot that quick. And secondly, I can't remember the name of that. And I thought, well, that's not really that impressive, because if you go to Sazerac House in New Orleans, they got a blended scotch that's 50 years old. They got on sale for $5,995.95 or best offer.
Why didn't you take me there? I'd have bought it.
50. Probably quick. Talking about
I ain't buying no 5,000. I would come home, have my nuts cut off and stuffed down my throat by my wife.
Rightfully so. How many bottles sold? Every single bottle. I guarantee you, every bottle of Weller, every bottle of Blanton's, and every bottle of Eagle Rare was gone out of that store before 9:00 p.m. Central Time. No doubt.
And the Eagle Rare is a late bloomer in this buying frenzy. It started out, with the Blanton's was always had an allocation. Then you ran into the Wellers, and as Weller 12 and Weller 107 become popular, then it even migrated down to the Weller Special Reserve, the green label, which, guys, that is not special. It's just cornflakes in a bottle. I mean, it's nothing special. It's not that good of whiskey. But people go nuts because somewhere somebody said that it's the base for Pappy Van Winkle. One of the bases of Pappy Van Winkle. Yeah. So everybody then went nuts and started buying everything they could find and all this stuff. And it's not The Weller's 12 is not that good. I'm telling you, for my palate. Other people love it apparently, but for my palate, out of the 3 Weller's products, the 107 is the best. Now, Eagle Rare, I've been buying for $30 to $35, well, even as low as 28 a few years ago. Bottle for a long time. Now, Eagle Rare, somehow, and I don't understand why, they've made it an allocated product now. And now we're seeing prices go up in the $60 range, which makes, I mean, Eagle Rare is good. I've got probably 5 bottles in the basement, but it's not worth that.
No. CERN still got Eagle Rare. If you can get it, $30.99, $30.99.
Oh, come on, baby, I can't.
Up here, you can't touch it for under 65, 60, 65.
that's pretty good price.
Now.
They still got Blanton's for $59.99. All right, but anyway, it's funny about Eagle Rare because that was a product that Seagram's rolled out in 1975 as a 10-year age bourbon. And they made a big marketing splash, and no one cared. So they thought, I guess Seagram's thought, well, hell, we put this out 10-year age bourbon and nobody cares. So they got so discouraged that they sold it off to Sazerac in 1989 as probably some cut rate fire sale price. And now, like you said, they got people running, I got to go get my Eagle Rare.
Yeah, but that's only within the last year the Eagle Rares took off like that. Prior to that, It was never in that sort of allocated, everybody's got to have it range. Eagle Rare 10 is a good whiskey. It's the best out of the bunch, in my opinion. They don't list it as a single barrel no more because when they do their changeover from barrel, instead of doing barrel dumps like they used to, when it comes out, you got a little bit of the last barrel and a little bit of the next barrel in one of those bottles. And so now they can't call it a single barrel no more because they don't know which bottle has it. So no longer do they call it a single barrel, even though basically it's still really a single barrel bourbon for the most part. And it's kind of silly because it's all about the way they dump the barrels. But it is a 10-year-old bourbon. It is well made. It's a sweet bourbon. It's good. I have no issues with Eagle Rare. I think it's a good bourbon. I don't know about it the $60, $65 range, but it's a good bourbon for the $35 range, $30, $35.
Can you imagine what the price would have been in 1989?
1989, $12.50, maybe.
Now we went on the tour. I got to hurry up because everybody's getting aggravated and impatient.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm loving the stories. I'm enjoying the stories.
We went to Sazerac House before the scamdemic started. Me and David. So we were just walking around like normal people, you know. And so we went to the display with Eagle Rare. So the lady's like, "We have Eagle Rare. Would you like to try it?" And David looked behind the girl and he pointed up to that little display case and he said, "We want to try that double eagle."
Oh. That's a total different beast.
He said, the girl was like, "Well, we can't let you try that." He said, "You got it on display." But she wouldn't relent. So he wanted to try the double eagle, but she said no. It's got a cut crystal eagle inside it's got 2 eagles inside the bottle, cut crystal.
Yeah.
And look, if you have $500 or $600 laying around the house, you can get a bottle. All right, but
that's part of the BTAC edition. The double eagle rares are part of the BTAC edition. It's a more exclusive bottle.
Yeah, she told me it's off basically. All right, now as you can see, I posted a score for tiramisu. I gave it a 95 out of 100. It's a great deal. You're only paying $3.99. Well, if you go to Trader Joe's when they're getting rid of it, it's even worth the 98, really, honestly. So yeah, it's a winner. Drank the whole bottle. I'm sorry, it's none left because I was gulping it down like I was thirsty.
Ron, did Jean-Pierre do his examination yet?
No, I haven't done my examination yet.
He has not.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I bet you my Facebook friend count is going to drop by 1 in a few minutes. All right.
Yeah, just stay tuned tonight. When you get up in the morning, like, where's Jean-Pierre?
Pierre's missing.
As you can see, I've been sipping to enjoy these great stories with Whiskey Stout and Jay about bourbon and the hooch and all that good stuff, which I had some. I'm trying to get Woodford Reserve, but I'm probably gonna wait for my birthday on Wednesday to buy a big bottle of that. Kind of celebrate.
Woodford's a good choice. It's good beer. I mean, a good bourbon.
Yeah, exactly. Just to say, but my brother's gonna be out of town. He said he'll be in town Tuesday, so I might do something with him Tuesday night. Because his birthday was Friday.
If you haven't tried the Woodford Double Oaked, it's a little more expensive, but it's a lot more flavor.
So.
Oh yeah, baby. Go to Savannah.
So that we can enjoy it together, right? Our birthdays. Here we go. Toast to us. Toast to Aqua season. Michael, of course, your birthday is coming up next month. So my fellow Aquarius. Anyway, Wild Leap coffee stout. As you can see, I kind of sipped it. Definitely getting a lot of that coconut. More, I would say 60 coconut, 40% the cocoa nibs that I'm getting in this. And I would say, and then there's the coffee flavor that's in there. So I think if you want to break it down between the three of them, coconut, then the cocoa, then the coffee. But a nice sweetness and definitely get a very fullness with it. It says being an Imperial 10.5%. Really nice head. Very, very flavorful. I got another can. I was going to give to my brother as a birthday gift to him, but I say, screw it. I'll drink it for myself. And I got another can left to do a review. So
you could buy him a pack of Black & Milds.
He gets that a lot. No, he buys that a lot. Don't get me wrong, but he's more of a Jim Beam. My brother's more of a Jim Beam person. He likes Jim Beam. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, I mentioned to him about tequila. Said, no, don't do no tequila, man. Me and tequila don't sit well together. So, as he said, yes, sir. Okay, we'll keep it simple, Jim Beam. So, but in any event, this is a very enjoyable. Thank you, John, for the parting gift. I know you were leaving, and so thank you again for getting this. We did a review at his place. Of this beer on his channel, and so this is quite good, very enjoyable, and it's going to be a very high score. And beer, I think, gives it a 90, and might be something similar to that coming up when I give my score. Or if you want me to give it right now, I'll just do that.
Oh no, I apologize. I apologize for skipping over you. I feel shame, but like James P. Madonna said, when you're doing these hangouts, it's like running a switchboard. And it's hard to keep track. Like you say, let me do this, let me do that.
The switchboard the switchboard that Lily Tomlin used to do, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Kind of like no, I mean, but it's kind of like that. It's like real hectic. It's hectic. I like when John Anili hosts it because then I can just sit here and listen to everybody and make little ridiculous comments. All right, tiramisu, I gave it a 95 out of 100. It's really dynamite. And if you get it for half price, it's even more dynamite. As far as what's coming up, well, talking about cognac, I don't have cognac on hand, but I have some brandy, French brandy. And French brandy is not really different than cognac. It's all like a legal thing. But I have this Reynal.
Mm-hmm.
That is, in the rest of the world, it's called 3 Barrels. But there must have been a trademark problem, so they renamed it Reynal. It's made by Reynal, but if you get it anywhere else, it's called 3 Barrels. But Reynal is the family that makes it. And I bought it. I never opened it. Apparently, it's the most popular French brandy in England, or actually the most popular brandy of any brand in England. So, I'm going to check it out. I got a good deal on it, like $17. But I got an even better deal on this. I was at Hocus Pocus, and I felt like somebody put a spell on me when I walked in that store because it was extraordinary. And I bought this brandy for $8.99. It's called Heavy, which apparently is the French word for Harvey.
Right.
And Harvey means ready for battle, battle ready. I guess this brandy's battle ready. It's been on the market for 2 long years. Going on 3 years. So,
New product.
Yeah, it's a new product. but for $8.99, I figured, what the heck, I'll try it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what's coming up in a few months. And Wednesday we got beers for winter. I have my winter beers ready to go, and I think we do need to do a theme on contract brewed beers. That's a great theme coming up. Contract brewed beers. It'd be a wonderful theme. A lot of people would want to watch it. So Scout's going to give his score, and then we're going to keep rolling. I know people got stuff to do, like
Hey, Michael, before me.
Oh yeah, Michael. See, when YouTube or StreamYard flips all the people out of order, it flips everybody out of order.
It's okay. I don't stand on ceremony. Anyway, 91 is where I am. A minus. If you can get the assortment, you can't get it anymore. I'm sure it's sold through by now, wherever it was sold. But it comes out in the early fall, September, and it sells through 12 packs. And I think in the rest of the assortment, there was a pumpkin beer and a couple of other ones, and they were all okay. A minus. And John, I think, will be back next week, but I guess until he actually takes his seat in Massachusetts and sets it up, we don't know. But
right,
I think he'll be back.
So you're saying A minus, but it is well worth the price when you buy the variety, you're saying.
Yes, and the other beers were also good. So
I always like the jelly donut version.
Yeah, I'd like to try that. So there's Michael, you think there's something to be said for variety packs? Huh?
I think they ultimately will sell your line if the people like the beer. The problem I guess you have where you are is there's so many different beers. The companies don't want to, take as much stuff from other parts of the country, and they limit what's on their shelves. And like you said, you've had Harpoon before, but you can't get it now. So it's kind of sad in a way. Robert, have you ever seen Harpoon in Kansas?
Yes, I have. I've bought in several of them. I don't recall. I don't know if we've ever got the full line of it, but we've seen the jelly donuts, and then there's been 2 or 3 that I've had. I can't remember. I'd have to review my notes over the years.
So they don't have full national distribution, but they seem to be in different places. So, I mean, the Northeast and New England, I think they're pretty well, those are their main areas, but they do have some throughout the rest of the country. And when they do the thing with Dunkin' Donuts, it's, a project which, if you like coffee, because I think the coffee, the pumpkin was also coffee as well. But I enjoyed it. And I would recommend, if you do see one sitting around, even now with 4 or 5 months on it, I'm sure it's fine, because that one came out of that same 12 pack and it's still fine.
Right.
It's holding up. That one was, I think, canned on the 10th of September. So it has 4 or 5 months on it. But, a 6% porter is going to hold up for at least 6 months. But anyway, hopefully John will be back next week. Jay, thanks for hosting today. And
You're welcome.
Stout Sunday will roll on.
It'll roll on. It may not roll well, but it'll roll on. But I am doing the best I can, y'all. I have to say, I'm doing the best I can do. And
You're
if it comes
doing
across
fine.
bad,
You're doing fine.
look at Nina Yori up there talking about Harpoon IPA. Now, BC's Beer Reviews is going to give us his score.
Can I go?
Any promos?
Please?
Oh, Michael, you got any promos? Oh, yeah. Michael, you got any
Hey,
promos?
let Robert go in order.
I'll lost track of order after the StreamYard put everything out of order.
Excuse me. I started laughing. I got choked up. And yes, Rod, he's going up there. He's never mind. I'll just let it go. But
Don't say it.
I'll say it when he's around. I'll wait till he's hosting again. It don't bother me then. But anyway, I like this beer a lot. I like this stout a lot. This stout it goes back to those words I love to transitions. It just anytime the palate changes across the tongue and offers you different things throughout the palate changes. I really like it. This one has the mouth feel to match too. It has a nice creamy thick mouth feel to it. It drinks like a good heavy stout, and everything about it I like. This there's nothing wrong with this beer. I cannot find a flaw. I cannot find anything that I think is. I'm gonna give it 100, guys. I mean, it's do that very often, but if I see this again, I will buy it. No doubt. $10.99 is worth it every day to me. Now, everybody's palate's different. Ron might not care for it like I do. That's
I'm sure I would.
But this one is I really enjoy it. I mean, but we run into the one aspect of this is you're just not going to find it anywhere. This is pretty exclusive, limited. Probably to just a few places in northeast Kansas and Missouri, the northwest Missouri corridor along. Because Lawrence ain't but 25-30 miles from Kansas City. So
yeah, that's close. That's close. Do you have any promos to do?
I'm probably I did one video last week. I released last week on Bob Blair 15. I don't know which. I got them lined up out there in the what we call the mud room and where we keep our pantry, sort of. I've got them all lined up on a table in there, and I can't decide on which video I want to do next. So I don't know if I want to do a bourbon or a scotch. So we'll see. But there will be another one coming up shortly.
All right.
But that's about it for
BC,
me.
Okay. Now, BC, you want to do your score and any promos?
Yeah. Got posted a. There we go. Okay. Well, got posted a video yesterday of the what was it, rye hipster brunch stout by Outside yesterday on YouTube, and that was, if I remember right, 12.2 ABV and a 66 IBU. But I posted that yesterday, reviewed it. Wednesday, I know I'm going to be doing a video. I got 5 more of these beers in the fridge. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a re-review of these or another new video on Wednesday. So look for a new video from me on Wednesday.
Okay.
Either way, I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. So other than that, I've got James' show today at 3. So other than that, I've got nothing else to say.
If I wasn't watching the playoffs, I'm sorry. If I wasn't watching the playoffs, I'd join, but I ain't missing the games for that. You know.
Okay. So I'll be cooking up something here. So have it going during the show later on today.
Okay.
So that's about it for me.
Sometimes I jump in, make a little appearance.
Yeah.
What was BC's number on the Mcguires? I didn't get it.
Oh, it was 89.
Oh, right. Yeah. What's the? You didn't get it because you never said it. Okay, 89. Okay. B plus. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. All right, gents. My score will be 91 out of 100 for the Wild Leap Partners in Crema Coffee Stout. Very good. Very enjoyable. Again, I don't know what the percentage of cocoa and coconut and coffee is in this, but either way, very good, very well done Imperial Stout. And thank you, John, for getting it for me. As far as beer reviews I'm going to be doing coming up, I got another can of this. I'll probably review that. I'll show you the other cans that I have. Jay, I'm sure you've probably seen it, and I'm sure Robert, Mr. Scott, you've seen this too. These are the 2 that I have here. This is the nougat. Thank to Wayne. He sent me this.
Nugget.
Right there. Genesee, the Cran Orange Kelsber. This is Kelsber.
Killer beer.
Yeah. So these are two that I haven't tried, but I'm really looking forward to trying. This one I bought at Tower. This one right here.
Oh yeah, I've seen that here
Oh.
locally.
Yeah, this
That's
is
a great. That's 100. That's close to 100. Yeah, that's awesome.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't buy it. I should
Schiller Weiser Avantis Wiesen Doppelbock Ale, 8% ABV, 8.2%. Excuse me.
Yeah, Aventinus. Yeah, Aventinus.
Now,
So,
what's a Keller beer? I'm sorry, it's a.
I'm interested. I really don't know either. I'm looking. This is a Cran Orange Keller. I'm looking like maybe it could be a sour, could be a flavored beer. I'm guessing a close.
Comes from German. German is like a dirty kind of beer, and Keller means cellar. It's a cellar beer.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was curious.
Keller means cellar.
I was unfamiliar
Yeah.
with that term.
So
The brewer, though, the brewer, John, is well respected. So in other words, that's that's a high level product for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So right now I'm preparing my chicken feast right now. I just got to run until the liquor store's open. It's about 11:44 now, so I got to wait about another hour, less than an hour, 12:30 local time here in Georgia, so I can get some stuff. And yeah. So that's what I'm going to be reviewing coming up this week. And yes, I turned 46 on Wednesday. Happy
Oh,
birthday.
you young fella.
All
you.
right, halfway to 92.
And
Don't you feel better already?
We're in the Aquarian set now. We're
Absolutely,
in
my
the full
friend.
mode now, all the way through mid-February. I'm only 2.5 weeks from my birthday.
Yes. So one fellow Aquarius to another, Michael. We rock. We're the best.
I'm on Lincoln's birthday, February 12th. It's pretty soon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Day
like
before the
they
Super Bowl. Day before the Super
Before
Bowl.
the Super Bowl. And
Wow,
who will
and
be
like defense.
who will be in the Super Bowl?
We shall see.
It will not be the Giants. It will not be the Giants. I'll tell you that.
That is true.
Or Green Bay.
Maybe it will be the third matchup of San Francisco and Cincinnati. They had the 1981 season, the 1988 season, and now maybe this season. Maybe the Bengals can win this time. But like the fifth dimension said, this is the dawning of the age of
Aquarius.
Well, I have to like the Bengals because I'm a big OU fan, and Mixon and P. Ryan's running the ball there. So
B Aviation is another Aquarian.
Yes.
The Aviation in the chat, February 11th. Another Aquarian.
Welcome. Awesome.
Well, I want to thank everybody for joining. Hopefully, John and Illy will take it up again next Sunday, so I can do no work and just do my typical hangout stuff. But John and Illy is New England bound, or he's there now, and because he loves cold weather, and he always said he wanted to live in a place that's really cold, and so there he is now in Massachusetts, and he's going to have to rename his channel because Georgia Beer Reviews, I don't believe, is going to work.
No, it don't make sense anyway.
But Massachusetts Beer Reviews already been taken. Massachusetts Beer Reviews have been taken already.
Yeah, that's true.
Eric said
Massachusetts Beer Reviews.
Eric Kornfelter would be very angry about that.
He can be Boston Beer Reviews. How about that? He can be Boston Beer Reviews.
But he's not technically in Boston. What town is he moving to?
He's in the suburbs somewhere. I'm not sure of the town yet, but he's in the suburbs.
Some with a W. All those New England towns start with W, like Westmont, West Village, Westmore, West.
There's a Woburn, I know, in the suburbs. Woburn is one of their suburban cities.
Woburn. Oh, you'll be regretting it. All right. The cold, but he might be happy that he moved. He might be. I've been to Massachusetts a lot of times, and I liked it. I went to the mountains and everything, and it's cool. It's fine, except for their politics. But anyway, all right. He's not in Worcester.
Jay, why do we always have to get back there? It's almost like everything is it's beer across, and then all of a sudden it's got to get to politics. Why? Doesn't have to.
I guess I have a sickness. I have a sickness.
Jay's down with the sickness.
I mean, John's in the background laughing it up. He's not here defending us. John, get back here.
All right, I'm sorry, Michael. I'm sorry.
See now, John, at least now it's 2-2. BC is off the camera, but at least it's
all
even
about
odds here.
Oh.
Hey,
Well, at
the
least-
Kennedys.
I will say this, Michael. At least none of us are like baby cry, where it's some political thing and somebody gets a towel and cries in it and says, "I'm unfriending you on Facebook. I'm leaving. I'm taking my ball and going home." All right, baby.
No, it can't be that important because otherwise we're beer friends too, and politics is a side.
Politics is a background thought.
Some people are insane. They're insane about all of that. I just
They
kid
are.
around about it, but if I kid around it, if I make a joke about it, people go crazy. Like,
What did you say?
Oh no!
I don't find
heard
that
what you
funny.
said.
You find it amusing. That's it. It's over. Goodbye.
I was like, yeah, and I'm like, I was just kidding, really. But anyway,
I'm unfriending you on Facebook. I'll get my revenge.
I'll show you.
Just make one statement.
Right. If you were that mad about it, you could challenge to meet me at the George Washington Bridge, and we could have it out there.
The George Washington Bridge again.
That's it.
I wish I seen.
Violent people.
James and Ronnie S. at the bridge.
Well,
Let's go! Come on!
There was a few years ago that I would have liked to have met Ronnie S. in a bar, but that was over a different subject, and I've since grown past it.
That's good. Well, that's good.
Maybe I can start
Robert,
off
as
that
long
trouble
as you
again.
can,
All right,
as
but
long
anyway,
as you can laugh it off, and
his
life goes on, then it's fine.
after you've served in the military and then you listen to his berated views of it, and he doesn't let it go, then it becomes a bit onerous. And then it becomes an issue.
Well,
But-
remember, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
Yeah,
I
that's-
remember all of that. I watched it. That. That was pretty
Yeah.
entertaining. All right, anyway,
Let's
there was a lot
wink,
of
wink, wink, wink.
I don't know if Thrash could have outran me to that place at that point in time. I would have been in competition.
Well, one thing I'll say about that hangout is that it had no shortage of words starting with the letter F. All right,
Yeah, there
now,
was a few of those.
oh well.
Jay, thanks a lot for hosting today. We do appreciate
Yes.
you sitting
Yes.
in for John.
Good job, Ron. Thank you.
Good job.
No problem. Hey,
Thank you.
great job. I'm
Y'all
preparing
take
my
care,
seat
and,
again.
Enjoy the NFL or college basketball, because yes, Jean-Pierre, some people do care about college basketball. Thank you.
I do too, but I got to wait until late February after football, and then March, and then the tournament.